Good evening, friends. Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon, a retired New York City police detective with 20 plus years of law enforcement. And if you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you will get all things DutyRon when I go live or when I upload another video. I want to say a special thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, the channel members, and all of the folks who positively engage in all of our live streams in the live comments section, and also down below in the comments in the conversation after the video ends. You guys are an intricate part of what makes this community great. And I also want to say a special thank you to the replay viewers and all of the friends and folks who moderate here in the chat. You guys are so important. Tonight, we're going to talk about SummerWells, the SummerWells case. But unfortunately, as we know, there's so many negative swirling internet fake book rumors and people speaking in a negative light about this case. Tonight is going to be a feel-good live stream. This live stream, I'm going to bring to you a generous young man who took it upon himself to come forward when this case started in his community on June 15th. And a little bit shortly thereafter came forward and donated out of his own pocket, of his own savings account money, a substantial amount of reward money for this case. This is a feel-good live stream, and I'm here to say thank you. Thank you to my guest for stepping up and being a good, kind human being. But before I introduce my guest, I want to just play a little bit of media for you guys. And you know I'm media challenged, but I'm going to get this one done. So this is just a little bit, and it will have my guest on this piece, and it will set it up. This is just a little bit old. This isn't breaking news, but this is something I felt in my heart. It was important to highlight this good deed, this good humanly deed that was done by this young man who is mature many years beyond his time. So I'm going to just play this quick media for you, and then we will get right into it. So bear with me, folks.
Concerned members of our community are hoping that a bit of cash will really help lead to a break in the case as the search continues for 5-year-old SummerWells. This is News Channel 11 at 5 o'clock. I'm Josh Smith.
I'm Sarah Diamond. It has now been 8 days since SummerWells was reported missing by family members. Search teams from more than 80 agencies from across the southeastern United States have come to Hawkins County and trekked through difficult terrain in the days since in an effort to find her.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation did not hold a scheduled news briefing today. A spokesman said that's standard in cases like this where there's no significant update to provide. TBI posted on Twitter that investigators conducted what they called a roadblock canvass Tuesday night, speaking with drivers traveling through the Beech Creek community in Hawkins County to see if they maybe saw something, noticed something unusual the day Summer was reported missing. Ainsley Daniel joins us live from the search area tonight.
Ainsley, where do things stand right now as far as reward money being offered to help find Summer?
Josh and Sarah, it's been more than a week since SummerWells was last seen near her home here in the Beech Creek community. Those search efforts are ongoing, as is the investigation into what happened that Tuesday night. But now some people here in the community are saying they're hoping that if they put up some money, there will be someone that comes forward with some information to help bring her home.
I believe people out there know something, and if you know something, please say something.
SummerWells has captured the hearts and minds of people in the 8 days since she has been missing. With no leads on where she could be or what happened to her, reward money is now being offered for information.
And it'll get some people who have, good thoughts and interest in their community to share whatever tip they might have, if they saw anything, if they heard anything, if they've got any suggestions. They may be important
David Garahan is offering $25,000 for information that leads to SummerWells. He gave a blank check to the Kingsport Times-News. The paper reported that a rescue agency would be recruited to award the money, as the TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office do not handle reward funds. The Churchill Rescue Squad is working to set up the account. The squad's chief, Tim Coop, said, quote, "We understand that the reward is an important part in the efforts of finding SummerWells, but we are not wanting that to interfere with the search operations on finding SummerWells."
I know searches are getting pretty desperate, and I know the law enforcement officials have said the same thing. So I was hoping just last-ditch effort to find some kind of answer, hopefully before it's too late for Summer.
Trevor Lee is offering $2,000. Summer's situation is close to his heart. He has a domestic and child abuse prevention nonprofit with a mission to stand up for children.
Seeing this go on and how there's another child that has no voice in whatever situation's going on, it just meant a lot to try to help in whatever way I can.
The Churchill Rescue Squad told us they would let us know when that reward system is up and running. But those here in the community and those who have already offered up money are becoming desperate for answers about what happened to the little girl. Live in the Beach Creek community, Ansley.
Okay, folks, I wanted to set that up quickly with you to introduce my next guest. This is a 19-year-old college student, a sophomore. He goes to East Tennessee State University. His name is Trevor Lee, and I am so honored to have him here on my live stream. Trevor, thank you so much for joining us tonight and taking out some time on your 4th of July weekend. Trevor?
Thank you for having me, Ron.
Okay, I can hear you now. Thank you. It's an honor to have you on. Trevor, if you can, please tell the audience here, we have 300 plus people watching the live stream at this point. What was the motivation and what brought you to come forward for your community? I know you live and reside within the county of where this happened.
Yes, so I live around 30, 40 minutes away from where this all occurred. And seeing this happen, and not only that it happened to a little girl and that there have been no leads, no answers, and or confusion in anything, I felt that any possible way that I could chip into an effort to help save her, I had to do, and I felt led to donate.
Yeah, you know, and that's, I mean, for someone your age, you're 19 years old, sophomore, going to college, you dipped into your savings account. It was a generous donation. Who did you go to? How did that idea come into your head? And I know you run the Gabby Foundation, which is a domestic and child abuse nonprofit. Was this some kind of, obviously you have this in your life's work due to the situation that you had go on that you explained to me before. Was this some motivating factor for you to come step forward, or where you just felt like you needed to do this to help get this case moving along?
Yeah, so I felt super led by this. Just this case felt super close to my heart, especially with it being in the area and then it's affecting a child. And I felt that that would be the way that I could help chip in to hopefully maybe get moving on this case.
Could you tell some of the folks what the Gabby Foundation is? What's the mission statement and how it came about?
Yes, so I founded the Gabby Foundation at the end of 2020 after a tragic killing in my community. My dear classmate Gabby and her mom were both killed by their domestic abuser, and it really rocked our community. And seeing it happen to someone that you used to walk the halls with every day, and someone as incredible as Gabby, it really struck a heart, and something had to be done. And so a few friends and I banded together and made this foundation.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm going to link, for those of you who are here in the chat, the audience is building up to close to 350 at this point. I'm going to link your foundation for Gabby in the description here and on DutyRon.com. Trevor, again, I said, as I introduced you, you are mature many years beyond your 19 years old right now. I like to say 19 years young. Talk about the community on the ground, Hawkins County. I know Rogersville, Tennessee is a small community. Let the audience know what type of community this is, like size-wise, and how everybody kind of knows each other. Just talk a little bit about the community where SummerWells went missing from, if you will.
Sure. So I live just north of Hawkins County and Sullivan County, and we're a pretty small county with a couple cities, you could call them. But in Hawkins County and Rogersville, it is a very small, close-knit community. A lot of land, not many houses. Everyone knows everyone. There's a few churches, a few houses, and it's a very spread out, well-knit community.
Yeah. So something like this rocks a community like this, you know, the community local stores and the folks that are in town doing their shopping or whatever goes on in a small community like this. This is shaking a community of this size, correct?
Absolutely. It definitely, people who interact with these people every day see this occur.
Right. You know, and as we could see, you know, the cell service and Wi-Fi service is spotty, even for the searchers and the folks over at the search and rescue. Captain Coop, he mentioned several times, and Sheriff Lawson and the CBI folks, the TBI folks, they said we are having challenges with the cellular service. Do you want to talk about, maybe as a young man yourself, you're a sophomore in college, what type of cell difficulties do you guys have over there? You seem to have a good connection, although the audio's in and out, but I think that's because you're probably on your cellular data. Is it true that the cell service there is real spotty? You're in the country, right?
Yes, definitely out here, very rural, very spotty, spread out. So, especially in their area, it's even worse. In my area, our connection's not too bad, but in the area they're in, once you enter their county, really, unless you have home broadband Wi-Fi, you don't have much data at all. They had to bring in multiple cell trucks just to have service at the command centers and nearby churches.
Now, have you been involved and seen any of these? You know, it was set up in a local church. Now, I know that you had said on one of your interviews, there was a couple of interviews that I watched that you did, and you were saying that, you know, like after you get off work, you were going to go and bring a check down to wherever it was that you brought it. Who was the one to take in your $2,000 reward? Did you have to go to that bank, that Civis Bank, which we'll talk about in a few? Or were you able to give it straight to one of the search and rescue folks?
So I had to go through Civis Bank directly, and they hold the fund for the search and rescue fund for SummerWells.
Talk about a little bit of how that goes. I know you know better than I do because I did a little bit of searching. But tell the listening audience, if someone's outside of the Tennessee area, how is it that they would be able to do that? Would it be done online, or is it something where you have to actually walk into the branch to do that?
So as of right now, you have to go into the branch. It's a very local branch in Jonesboro, Rogersville area that would collect the donations at this point. But the Churchill Rescue Squad would be who to go through if you're trying to go through an online donation.
Okay, so as of this point, there's no way for someone to donate online. So I'm going to have to look into that for like maybe some type of certified GoFundMe. I want to really make sure that folks don't send fundage for this and it goes to lining somebody else's pockets. But listen, the main focus of why you did what you did is to help your community, to help bring SummerWells home, or to find closure for her family. You know, Trevor, I know you are a smart young man. I almost called you a kid, but at 57, I could probably call you a kid because I have sons older than you. But you're a young, smart young man. What is the what is the chatter, the local chatter on the ground? And I'm not asking you to go into about speculation of the parents, but is it just everyone is confused, or is it housewives pointing fingers at the parents? What's going on? Everybody wants to know, and I don't need you to go into specifics or details, but what's going on boots on the ground over in Tennessee on this?
Well, with this obviously being an odd case where there really haven't been any leads, at least public leads, a lot of people have jumped to conclusions, speculations. So there is a lot of finger pointing. Really, everyone's just exhausted and upset, and at the point that they just want to see Summer home, and it's bringing out a lot of emotion, finger pointing, and speculation.
So is it safe to say there is some community unrest amongst the residents, the parents and young folks like yourself who, you hold, you're like a child advocate, so to speak, with the Gabby Foundation, right? Is it young folks getting together, or is it like, has there been like a candlelight vigil, any prayer vigils or anything? And I'm only asking you this because I really don't know. But you're there, boots on the ground. You live within the community. You probably read the local papers. We don't have access to that. Is there anything getting together like that? I know it's a tight church community.
Yeah, so I know that their local church had a prayer vigil, and a lot of the churches in that area have signs up on their boards, pray for summer, pray for summer. There's a lot of course, social media chatter about it. It's a hot conversation, of course, in the area.
Yes. And obviously someone like yourself, a young fella, you pay attention to social media. I'm just assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, Facebook, not so much Twitter. That's for us old folks. Facebook, maybe Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. I know that Summer's mom was active on TikTok, and if I ever went on TikTok, my kids would disown me. So I've never been on TikTok other than creating an account so I could watch other TikToks. But are there folks that have been monitoring or do monitor that type of social media that was going on, and that's also fueling extra conversation, you think?
Definitely. There are multiple Facebook groups that have upwards of 10,000 members that just communicate daily, hourly, by the minute on this conversation, just whether it's speculating or honest conversation or just well wishes and prayers for Summer. It really spreads all around.
Right. And I think I like to see the overwhelming majority. I know my community here is about respect to the crime victims and their families. Of course, we know in America here, we're afforded under the Constitution. I'm a retired New York City police detective. I've spent over 20 years arresting folks and going through the criminal justice system. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And it's up to the local sheriff, Sheriff Lawson, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Captain Coop and his search team to do what they have to do. I know that you, again, I keep saying this, but you are a young, smart fella. At the end of the day, I like to call Facebook fake book because so many bad rumors come out of Facebook. I have been forced to call it fake book. Right now, we need to support, and correct me if I'm wrong, our local law enforcement, our folks who are boots on the ground searching for the whereabouts of SummerWells. We need to get behind our law enforcement and our community together. And if in the future community searches will be conducted, I know that you probably be one of the first ones there standing in line. I want to show quickly some photos from Facebook. This is the Hawkins County Rescue Squad. And these are the folks, right, that are behind the search efforts. I just want to show some of the folks. I'm going to take us off, Trev, and I'm going to put that on so people can see some of the beautiful community work that has gone on in the past in this case. So here's a photo. I'm going to go full screen, Trev, for a second. So this is some of the searchers hanging out underneath a covered awning. It looks like there's a law enforcement here on the right, and they're mustered up in the area. That's the church. Trev, do you know what was the name of that church where they were all mustering up? This is the overview of that church.
Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist.
Right. Thank you. Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church. This is the Amber Alert that came out early for Summer Moon Utah Wells. And these are just some of the photos that they have on their Facebook page. Looks like some community residents there, ambulance, fire department, and they are just getting together. And there's a couple of pictures I want to show you that really looked excellent. Where is it? Of course, now I can't find it. Okay, so here's the food. This is guaranteed donated food, toilet paper, bounty paper towels, you name it. It's here. So they have everything. There's a group of searchers that are boots on the ground getting ready to do searches. And this was probably early on in the search for SummerWells. So these are all folks that are law enforcement and probably volunteers that are approved getting doing a quick, breakdown, like kind of like a roll call, if you will, safety meeting before you go out. And these are just some photos that they have on their page. So impressive by many parts. I have another video I want to show you. This will tell you about donating at that bank. I'm going to play that real quick for you guys while Trevor comes back. I want to show also this. Let me just show this quickly. This is a news article, and this is to tip my cap to Trevor. Let me put this full screen so you guys can all see it, and I'll read it to you. It says a 19-year-old ETSU, that stands for East Tennessee State University student, donates $2,000 to the search for SummerWells. So this article continues on and says, Trevor Lee said the money came from his personal savings account and he felt compelled to make the donation to help in the continued search for SummerWells. Hawkins County, Tennessee, 19-year-old East Tennessee State student donated $2,000 to the Churchill Search and Rescue for any credible tip that comes in regarding missing 5-year-old SummerWells. And we have Trevor Lee here with us tonight. He was kind enough to join us. I think I lost him from his connection, so he can, Trevor, if you're listening, you can come back in. It looks like we lost him. I'm hoping that he'll come back. Let's see if I can get him back on. They'll need to connect their mic and camera before they come back. So Trev, I'm gonna kick him out. I'm going to kick him out and hopefully he'll come back. Let me send him a quick message because I have a couple more questions I want to ask Trevor. So let me just send him a message to come back. And this goes to show you folks how much of cellular trouble they have in that Tennessee area. Rogersville, Tennessee, and Hawkins County is not great for the cell coverage. And our searchers and our investigators have been working with the cell companies to get extra towers put up in those areas. And they've been challenged with trying to get themselves back in and on to get coverage for them. We did the same thing during the World Trade Center attack when the Twin Towers were toppled down in 2001. All of our communications were knocked out. And we had Nextel, which was a big cellular company, put up temporary cell sites and hand out new cell phones for us. So, it is a troubling situation. You heard Trevor coming, he was breaking in and out of audio and video. So we temporarily lost him. He just said that he's going to try to come back. So while he's trying to come back, I'm going to show you guys another quick video on hold on a second, on the donated funds. So let me just get a quick video queued up for you guys while we wait for Trevor to come back in. Give me 2 seconds. You know me, you know how I do it. All right, he's back, but he has no device connected. It says his camera is not connected. Mic and camera has to be connected. Let me send him another message. So he's back, but no audio or video. All right, let me play this quick 2-minute video for you guys while we're waiting for him to work out these technical difficulties. So give me 2 seconds. We're going to get him back, I promise.
Alert for SummerWells. The 5-year-old Hawkins County girl is still active tonight. She has been missing now for 16 days. The very latest on the case tonight, Captain Tim Coop, incident commander for the search.
So there's your numbers. A total of $37,350 are have been donated. $2,350 in an official fund. 2 checks are kept separate. Money donated after 6 months will be redonated and given, I think, back to a charity donation at any Civis Bank branch. So it looks like the Civis Bank's branch is the ones who are taking it in. We're going to look into how we can donate. To this.
With a Churchill Rescue Squad, updated us today on the reward total. He said the official amount offered in hopes of locating Hawkins County girl SummerWells nears $40,000 tonight, $37,350 to be exact. More than $2,000 in an official account maintained by Civis Bank, and you could donate to the fund at any of the Civis Bank branches. There are, we're told, 2 separate checks as part of all this, one totaling $25,000, the other $10,000, and we're told those will be deposited when those who wrote the checks give permission to do so, and we hope that that is when there is a tip that brings her home safely. Now to the tip count. The TBI said as of today they've gotten 730 tips and none have resulted in solid leads to find Summer. Can't stress it enough tonight. If you have any information, if you see SummerWells and they're asking for firsthand credible information, it's the 1-800 number, 1-800-TBI-FIND, or the email tipstotbi@tn.gov. And again, it is very important, the TBI says, you only share credible tips. They're asking us to avoid social media rumors and speculation, which...
All right, I'm going to stop it right there because I think it's important. Credible tips, avoid social media and discreditable rumors. Rumors run rampant. It's like cancer on social media. So I'm going to put it back and I'm going to replay it again. Trevor's trying to redo his mic and his camera and come back in. He's having trouble. So let's grin and bear it with the kid for a little bit. He's gonna make it happen because I know he's a doer. So we got to talk about his foundation.
They're asking us to avoid social media rumors and speculation, which have become rampant. Sharing anything less than credible information, they say, only hinders the search for SummerWells.
Anything less than legitimate hinders the search for SummerWells. And there you have it. It's coming straight from the folks there, boots on the ground. Let me just remove this and see if we can get Trevor back in. He's upside down, but he's here and he is back. Hello, Trevor. Welcome back. Welcome home.
Thank you.
I knew you could do it. Hey, guys, in the chat, let's put some prayer emojis and some hearts for our guest, Trevor Lee. He is a $2,000 donor for the recovery or whereabouts of SummerWells. Thank you so much for, I know I see you sweating. It's hot there. I know you're not running your car with the air conditioning on because that costs money. So I see you sweating and you're grinning and bearing it for us. And all of the chat here is putting hearts and prayers for you. Thank you, Trevor, for being a good sport. I just read the while you were trying to fuss with that and get back on here, I read the news report of you initially making the donation and a couple of accolades for you. But I right now want to talk about the V as in Victor Gabby Foundation. Tell the folks where they can find it on the web, and I'll link it below, obviously, and just tell them a little bit about it again, why you started it and what it's about.
So like I had said before, after my classmate and her mother were unfortunately killed by their abuser, it really led me to want some change. And you can find us at our website, thegabbyfoundation.com. We are a nonprofit. We run off of community donations, and we're really just looking to make a difference in our community and in the way things are done. We hope to both lead by example in our community, but also make a stamp in legislation. We've worked with multiple state and federal legislators on legislation for children and domestic violence victims. And we've also held different events in our community, such as toy drives and things like that, to raise awareness for the issues that are too prevalent in all of our communities.
That is awesome. And you started that in 2020, right?
Yes, November 2020.
Amazing. Amazing. And we could read more about it on the website, which I will link down below. Quickly, Trev, before we let you go, I also want to say anyone that wants to get involved that lives locally or can go to a Civis Bank branch, go into that branch and you can donate $5, you can donate $50, you can donate anything that you can. I'm going to make a transaction between myself and Trevor. I'm going to send him $500 from the DutyRon channel, and I'm hoping that you will take it to Civis for me and for my community here. This is going to be not just from me personally, but it's from my YouTube channel. It's my way of adding to this fund. So $500, if I Venmo, we'll talk about it when we're done with the live stream, but I want to get $500 over to you. We just lost him. He got so excited that he cut himself off. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to send a $500 donation on behalf of the DutyRon channel, Crime Time with DutyRon. And we're going to do what we do. We're going to get it out over to Trev, and he is going to take it on over to that Civis Bank branch. Let me say quickly hello to everybody in the chat while Trevor tries to get back. Thank you so much, Amber, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Amber Laster. I messed up that name. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names, but Amber, thank you so much for that. Fuzzy Doxy, thank you for the $10 super chat, and thank you for being a member. Trevor is back. He is back. Thank you so much, Trevor. So as I was saying before I lost you, I'm gonna get 500 over to you so you could take it over to Civis on behalf of the DutyRon channel and donate it towards finding SummerWells. He's frozen. See, this is the challenge, folks, that they have with cell service there. You're getting this is as funny as it seems, we're getting to see how spotty the coverage is there. So I think you're back now, Trevor. Are you back?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know if you heard. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said or no?
No.
Okay. I am going to make a donation from my channel, the DutyRon Crime Time family, of $500. I'm going to send it to you, and you can go to Civis for me and deposit it in the SummerWells fund.
Awesome. I will definitely do that.
Excellent. So we'll work that out when I get off of this live stream with you. I know I promised you I wouldn't hold you too long. So we've been at this for 33 minutes between the technical difficulties and everything. Thank you, Jennifer Nobles, for the $20 super chat. She says, Trevor, you are a true hero in my book. Jennifer is from Bakersfield, California, and we are working together on Orrin and Orson West. Those are two boys who went missing from California City and Bakersfield in 2020, December 21st. And they, Jennifer is my partner. We do the digital billboards for them. Let me say thank you to my brother's keeper for the $10 super chat. Trevor, I'm not your mother, but I would be proud to be your mom. Thank you so much for that super chat. That's a great one. I'm hoping he hears this because he's frozen right now. Natman, thank you for the $70 super chat. Thank you so much for the Canadian 70. Greatly appreciate that, Natman. Thank you for your donation. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Trevor is frozen, and I'm going to try to get him to come back in. Again, we're showing 110% how difficult it is to communicate over there in Tennessee. Rogersville has crummy cell service. So let me say hello to everybody in the chat. He's going to try to come back in one more time. Let me say hello to Dolene and Leanne Klein. Thank you for joining. Princess Michelle, Black Rose 11. Thank you for being an awesome moderator. Sasha, thank you for being here. Dawn Marie, you're the best. Mary Lopez, love and respect. Candy Tangren, thank you so much for being here. Hi. Hello, Moonlight View, and thank you for the $10 super chat. For Summer, we love you. Thank you. All of the fundage that comes in on any of this will be repurposed. Let me know where you're watching, and if you are new, first-time viewer, let me know you are new by saying new in the chat, and I'd like to say hello to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Hi, Jules. Great to see you. MBW, hello. Great to see you. Soldier Girl is here. Hello from Ireland. I love it over there. Unbelievable. Matty Boy Sully, thank you for joining. Welcome. Good to see you, Matt. Thank you for your service to our country. Steve, what's going on? You're in Texas tonight, over the road trucker. My good friend Steve, thank you. I'm just telling him try again if you want. So guys, I wanted to bring you this live stream. Hello, Kevin, thank you for being new. I appreciate it. Hello, 12 Steps says not new and not going away. Hello from Ohio. Good to see you. Diane is across the street. Brenda, good to see you. Donna. All right, so I'm saying hello to everybody quickly, and I want to just tell you quick that he is going to try to come back. He's going to try to come back. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Bonnie from Scotland. Love the people in Scotland. Hello from Lake Ontario. Great to see you. Hello from Alabama. Good to see you. Watcher, always a pleasure. Hawkins County, Tennessee, not new. Thank you for being here. Boots on the ground. You're down there at ground zero. I'd love to talk to you and chat one-on-one with you anytime soon. That would be great. Send me a message on DutyRon.com. Kristen, thank you for joining from upstate New York. Lou UK is not new and is fantastic. Love you. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have newly subscribed over the course of the last 36 hours. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, and I thank you for that. Trevor is coming back. Let's see if he can do it, and we could say goodbye to him properly. Trev, can you hear me? You're sideways, but that's okay. I'll take you any way we can get you right now. Garden Girl is old but new. Trev, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. So again, let's make this quick. I'm going to send you over when we get off. I'll start with you. I'm going to send you 500. If you can, go over to Civis tomorrow or whenever you can during the week and make a donation for the DutyRon Crime Time family. It's coming from everybody here. So all of my generous donors and the folks who watch this this channel and this YouTube channel, the fundage is coming from us. You have any parting words before we end this?
I appreciate you and everybody else on here at the time, and I hope that we can all band together a community far and wide to find SummerWells.
Excellent. Well, I couldn't have said it any better. And will you promise to maybe when you get a little bit of, maybe you can go somewhere where there's a little Wi-Fi, like a little coffee shop, and then talk to us next time? Will you come back and join us again and give us some updates on SummerWells?
Absolutely, yes. I'd be able to.
Excellent. Trevor, thank you so much. There's been so many positive comments in the chat. I encourage you to maybe, if you have a YouTube account, subscribe to my channel or just look at it. Look at this live stream back and look at all the comments. You'll be pleasantly surprised on how much positivity is being said here for you and for your community. All of us in New York and across the globe, not just the United States, we're rooting for you guys and for SummerWells, obviously, to be brought home and justice to be served to whoever's responsible for her going missing. And we also hope and pray and hold on to prayer for her to be found alive. But as we know, the days that keep going by, it makes it less and less of a chance. So we pray to God for closure for the family, and whoever is responsible to bring them to justice for that long arm of the law and our law enforcement counterparts to bring justice for her. So thank you so much, Trev. I won't hold you anymore. You're sweating it out for us, and you're struggling to get that live feed. But thank you for joining us, and hopefully you'll come back soon and see us.
Thank you, Ron.
Such a delay.
I'm glad to come back.
Thank you, Trev. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you after I get done with this. Thank you so much for being here, Trevor. All right, that was difficult. We had a real hard time getting him to come in. Kirby1150, thank you for the $20 super sticker. Moonlight View, thank you for being you. Jules Cares, thank you for being here. Garden Girl, Sasha. Listen, with all the negativity that's out there being spoken about this case. Hello, Ryan Investigative. Good to see you, Bill. Thank you for joining. Everybody go over to my website and check out Ryan Investigative Group. I have his company linked up on my website. If you need somebody to do an investigation for you, he's a private investigator and he's a hell of a detective, retired NYPD from the arson and explosion squad. So thank you, Ryan Investigative Group, for being here. Again, with all the negativity that's being spewed all over the Twitter sphere, all over Facebook and all of social media, I thought this would be a good, healthy live stream for us to do. Bringing Trevor Lee on, who is a local 19-year-old kid who donated $2,000 of his own money to helping bring the reward donations up high. I hope that this reward donation reward pool swells up to over $100,000. This way, it will encourage someone to step forward. If you see something, say something, and that's what we always talk about. So I wanted to do this live stream for the good of all of us here in the community. And you know, most folks don't want to tackle this part of it, but I wanted to say thank you to Trevor Lee for his donation, $2,000, and we sending over $500 for him to bring over to Civis Bank. I will link in the description all of the ways that you can donate and how to do it. I'll have his foundation, Karen. I will have it linked down below in the description. Just give me about an hour or so for me to get that all done, but I'll link it down below in the description, and I'll have it a link on DutyRon.com. If you're not subscribed to me here on YouTube, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and give me a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. One word, DutyRon, DutyRon, and go over to DutyRon.com. Ask for an invite to get into my Discord group. It is a great place to be. A bunch of positive people and a bunch of really good folks in there. And we will continue to speak about this and many other cases. So thank you so much for each and every one of you being here. I hope you enjoyed this live stream with Trevor Lee. And his foundation is the V as in Victor Gabby Foundation. The V as in Victor Gabby Foundation. It is a foundation dedicated in the memory of his friend and his mom, her mom, who was killed, a domestic and child abuse nonprofit organization. All right, guys, love and respect from my house to yours. I hope everyone had a very warm, welcoming, family involved 4th of July weekend here in the United States. And those of you outside of the United States, much love and respect from my house to yours. Thank you to the moderators, the replay viewers, and everyone who has become channel members and all the donations that came in here tonight. You guys are truly, truly awesome. I thank you for all of what you do. Don't forget, this is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. So I provide the avenue to the platform to talk about this stuff, but you guys are also an intricate part of making this platform excellent. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And as I like to always end these live streams, God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. And God bless each and every one of us here in the chat and all victims of crime across the United States, across the globe, across the world. and their families. I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Is Wednesday night. I will be a guest on Police Off the Cuff. That's going to be a panel of police executives and police professionals. Irma Rivera, retired first grade homicide detective, and also a special victims squad detective will be there. And a couple of other really great New York City police retired detectives. And we're going to talk about this case, the SummerWells case. So Wednesday night at 8:00, Police Off the Cuff. Be there or be square. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Leave me a message down below in the comments section on what you thought of this live stream and Trevor Lee. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Thank you, everybody. Love and respect from New York. Good night. Have a great week, everybody.